Yo boys, it's Dan. Welcome back to another Premier League prediction video. Now, this week is game week number 15. We have a guest this week. Cue the guest now, Dan.
Hi, Dan's channel. Now, thanks for having me. It's great to be back. I did predictions a couple months ago, so it's not my second time. So I'm very thankful to be back on here. Thanks, Dan. And yeah, I sound very ill. It's because I am. So sorry, I have to deal with that, but I'm still going to do it. And I'm excited to do the predictions. Some of them might be a bit inaccurate because I'm doing these predictions a week early, so normally I do it a couple of days before, but I'm doing it a week early, so I might be a bit inaccurate with the predictions, but I'll do the best I can, and let's get into it.
That's right, it's Josh. He's back. I know he turned in guest, but he's not going to get any favouritism. You're all going to get a second chance at beating Still At It, because big of me midweek, as you've seen the video, if you haven't gone to see it before you see this one, and let's get into. That's a like and subscribe. And let's get into game week number 15 of the Premiership. Now our first game is West Ham against Chelsea. Oh, London Derby, big game. This is a huge game. I'm filming this on a Wednesday before all other games are finished, so I only know two results. That actually happened, so West Ham Chelsea. West Ham, they're in good form. They're still up there. And so Chelsea are winning this. I'm gonna go and say it will be a 2-0 win to Chelsea. And Josh, what are you going for, mate?
Well, what a game to start off with. West Ham at home against Chelsea. Both teams have been very good. West Ham have been around the top four, like fourth place. They've dropped points, but they've been really good. Chelsea and Liverpool and City are favourites to win the league, so Chelsea should be favourites to win here. And I am going to go for a Chelsea win. Just about. I'm going to go 2-1 Chelsea, but I definitely could be wrong. But I'm going 2-1 Chelsea.
To another relegation 6-pointer for Newcastle. Newcastle against Burnley. Now Newcastle drew. I can tell you what happened against Norwich because that game happened as I'm filming this. They drew 1-1 against Newcastle against Norwich, and yep, they need a win. Newcastle need desperately a win, and I'm gonna say they will win this by 1-0. The goal, hopefully, is it Maxman or Callum Wilson, because those two seem to be scoring goals for fun right now for Newcastle. And Mr. Josh, what are you heading up for scoreline, pal?
Newcastle home against Burnley. That sounds like a very dead game, but I think it will be quite exciting because both teams were in the relegation zone. They might still be, actually, I'm not sure, but they're both fighting to stay up, and they've had good performances. I feel like Newcastle could go down, but surely they're going to get some wins and stay up. Surely they are, because they're a big club at the end of the day. So I am going to go for a 1-0 Newcastle win. I think they are going to get maybe their first win of the season here.
They move to Southampton versus Brighton. And this game could easily be a score a 0-0. I'm going to go with 0-0. Boring 0-0. And Josh, what are you going for, mate?
Southampton against Brighton. Brighton are a solid mid-table team. They get, a bit of hate sometimes, but they're not very exciting as a team, but they get the results and they stay up every season. And this is probably going to be their best finish in a Premier League season. And Southampton, they're probably going to stay up, but it might be very close. They're quite a weak team at the moment, aren't they? So I'm going to go for a ball draw 0-0.
Then they move to Wolves versus Liverpool. Now Liverpool have just played in the Merseyside derby and potentially won. I don't know because I'm filming it the day on the day they're playing. And Wolves, well actually, Wolves are actually right. And I'm going to say a 2-1 win for Liverpool. That's not really an upset, but Liverpool will have enough. You know they will, they're Liverpool. And Josh, what are you going for, mate?
Wolves at home against Liverpool. Now, I'm going to go realistic with my predictions. I normally play it safe, but in this Christmas time, results can be crazy because of players being injured or unfit. There's games every 4 or 5 days. It's nuts. But Wolves against Liverpool, they're a brilliant team, Wolves. They always stay up. They're always mid-table. And Liverpool, on the other hand, I think actually, personally, they're going to win the league, them or Chelsea. I actually think Wolves will hold Liverpool to a 1-1 draw. I think Wolves will give them a good game.
And give it no move to Watford against Man City. Now, every time Watford play Man City, Watford always seem to get battered. Everywhere they go, they get battered. Everywhere they go. And that is going to continue today. 4-0 win to Manchester City. That's it for Chelsea. I'm going to say it again. They have no chance of beating the top teams. Apart from Manchester United. And Josh, what are you going for, pal?
Deary me, Watford at home against Man City. Now, I think it's like 25-1 or something to Man City on like the last 5 games. Like, Man City annihilate Watford every single time. 8-0, 6-0 twice, 5-0. It's just 4-0 as well. It's just all the time, City always destroy Watford, and I'll be there. Even though I'm a Spurs fan, I go to Watford games sometimes as well, and I'll be there trying to support Watford. I think City are going to win comfortably, but I don't think it's going to be a thrashing. I think it's going to be 3-1 to City.
They move to Leeds against Brentford. Now, Leeds beat Crystal Palace by 1-0 on Tuesday with a late goal from Rafinha. And Brentford actually playing alright at Brentford. Brentford are playing alright. They're not as a cusp. They started the season well, but they started the season well, but they're just ditching form a little bit. They just dipped a bit. And I think they need to rekindle this form. 2-2 draw. Leeds play entertaining people at home. And Josh, what are you going for, pal?
Leeds at home against Brentford. What a game this could be. There could be goals in this game. These are two teams that can't defend well all the time, but score goals quite often, and they're both probably going to stay up, in my opinion. Maybe not by a mile, but they're going to both stay up. And I think it'll be a draw this game. There's nothing else really other than a draw, in my opinion, but there'll be goals. It could be 3-3, but I'm going to say 2-2.
They move to Ralph Rangnick's Manchester United against Crystal Palace. Now, he will hopefully be in the dugout for this game against Crystal Palace on Sunday. Yeah, because he's just waiting for his work visas to come, and there's a bit of delay in that. It's a good move. It's a very good move. He's a well-established manager. He managed over 400 games in the Bundesliga. He's just really a manager. He taught what Klopp, the way that Klopp plays football now. To see how he played, that's what Rangnick can do. And on this basis, he will implement his playing style into our playing style. 2-0 win to Manchester United. And Josh, I know what you're going to go for.
Man United against Palace. United are a strong team. They get results, but they also lose a lot of games. They're not at their best at the moment, are they? But this new manager could really help them out. You never know. Palace will stay up. They're a solid team. They win some, they lose some, they draw some. They're a solid team, Palace, and they often give these big teams a game sometimes, and they will give United a game, but I think United might edge it. I think because they're at home and because Palace beat them last time, 3-1 last season away from home, so I think United will get a little bit of revenge and win just about 2-1.
Now we move to Spurs versus Norwich. Okay, Norwich have actually played really well. They're unbeaten so far under Dean Smith, which you do not expect, but I think their unbeaten record, their unbeaten start, I would say, will come to an end against Spurs. A 2-0 win to Antonio Conte's men. And Josh, as it's your boys, I bet you're going to have them. What are you going for, mate?
That's my boys. Tottenham versus Norwich. Norwich have actually been half decent, but it's one of the easiest fixtures in the Prem. Spurs have been crap. We're not good enough until we, I like Conte as a manager, but until we, sign players in January and offload some of our crap players, we're never going to be good. And I'm not expecting much this season. But I am expecting us to beat Norwich at home over Wales. What games can we win if we can't beat Norwich, for God's sake? We are going to beat Norwich, I think. People would say, Spurs haven't scored a lot, so maybe it'll be time for us to score 4 or 5. But I can't see us ever scoring that much in games at the moment. So I'm going to say 2-0 Spurs. Solid, nothing too exciting though, but yeah, 2-0.
They move to Aston Villa versus. This could be an absolute cracker. A Christmas cracker. Get a pun as we're in December. Only 20 something days to Christmas, boys. Hope you get the Christmas stuff in. Hopefully I'll have some Christmas decks. This setup needs some sort of Christmas stuff in it, really. Yeah, and comment down below if I should get some Christmas decks for like there or up there, like there or there, to hang up where we're filming, or there maybe when we're filming the predications, because here would be absolutely perfect on that there or up there. Comment down below. Should I get some? Should I get some, boy? You comment down below. Back on the football. Aston Villa versus Leicester. Leicester, where did that form come to? Against Watford. We're only playing Watford. And Villa. They're still unbeaten on this. They were at the time of filming this. And I'm going to say it will be a 1-0 win. It'll be goals in this. 3-2 Leicester. Vinny goes a match of 2 on the Leicester, idiot. And Josh, what are you going for in this Christmas cracker?
Villa at home against Leicester. This is another game that could be an absolute cracker. A Christmas cracker, shall we say. Ignore that. Anyway, Leicester haven't been their normal self, but they're about mid-table. We know they'll stay up and everything. Of course they will. They're still a solid team with solid players. And Villa started the season okay, then lost 5 in a row, and now they've won a couple recently. Gerrard seems to be doing well with them, so... Or it's going to be a close game. Because of Leicester's poor form, I think Villa will win, but there'll be a few goals in this. I actually think it'll be a thriller. Top game at match of the day, I think. First game to watch. 3-2 to Aston Villa, I think.
Now we move to the final game of the game week. Is Everton versus Arsenal now. Everton have just played the derby. They have probably lost them. Everton. And Arsenal are playing United on Thursday night. So let's just say that there's no live reaction to this game, that game, because I would have to move all stuff about and don't want to remove. I put so much out over the last couple of days, man. Now that I do have Saturday free, so there might be one. There might be one Saturday, but potentially not. I'll keep you on that. But Everton Arsenal back into context. 2-0 win to the Arsenal. And for the final time, Josh, what are you going for, pal?
Everton at home against Arsenal. Now, Arsenal I don't like at all, and they've not been the best over the last few years, have they? But they seem to be in good form. They're losing against the bigger teams, but they're beating every single weak team they face. And Everton, they've just not been good enough, have they? They'll stay up, of course, but they've just not been good enough, Everton. Not enough wins. They're supposed to be a half-decent sized club as well. Just not good enough. I hate to say it, I think Arsenal will do it again. They seem to do it the boring way, but they do it. Who cares? They win the games, don't they? So I think Arsenal will scrape through, win 1-0 at Everton. Right, guys, that's the predictions. I kept it as realistic as possible, but I also added a few, interesting ones as well. Hope you guys like my predictions. Thanks for having me, Dan. Hopefully I'll be on in the next year sometime. Hopefully I'll be on more predictions. And congratulations to Alex Agios, because I think he's top at the moment, so it'd be nice if he wins. But I want to win as well, so hopefully I do well in these predictions. Thanks for having me, guys. Subscribe to my channel as well, and cheers, Dan.
Thank you guys, thank you Josh. And came up for watching game week number 15 of the Premier Predictions. Make them like and subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next video. Could be the live reaction, could be another midweek one. You never know the Premier League. You never know what I'm going to hit up. Comment if I should get some next table here or there or over there. Just comment down below anything, boys. Yes or no, I'll buy some. Until then, have a good week, have a good day. Hopefully your team wins, and peace out.